Well, I think there are three things for consumers really. I mean, the first is much more choice. You know, if you open up the single market and they much more easily access products and services across geographical boundaries, that gives them a great more choice that they can have. That leads, I think, to the second benefit, which is much more price competitiveness as well. You know, the more competition and choice there is, then the consumer's getting a better deal essentially. So that would be the sort of second thing, would be choice. And then the third, I think, is just much less hassle as they're moving around, whether it be for business or for pleasure or on holiday. The ability to access services wherever they are, that's got to be a good thing for the consumer too. Well, I think the big thing for business is actually access to customers, and that is the fundamental prize that's on offer for a digital single market. If you can open up to all the people in Europe and easily access them to sell your products and services to them, that's got to be a good thing. And then the way that the digital single market is implemented, I think that has a major prize for business in reducing the hassle as well of operating across all member states to be able to reach those customers. So that, I think, is the prize for them. Well, I think there are a few things we look for the European Commission to do. The first is really an enabling role, and that for me is all around investment, both investment in fixed infrastructure and digital infrastructure to be able to make faster data transfers and so on. And then the second would be to encourage and facilitate investment by companies into content. And there I'm thinking particularly around the creative industries, which are so important to Europe's economic success, but also we know it's what the people and customers want to be able to access. So encouraging that investment is the big thing that they can do. And then the second thing I think we've talked a lot today at this conference around is around data. And there I think there's a big role in changing the narrative and changing the rhetoric to make sure that the debate around data is a much more positive one. We've heard today so many good examples of how data can be a force for good and benefit people, and yet we seem to get bogged down in a debate that's quite negative and sort of the fears of big data and so on. But I think changing that debate so it's much more positive would be a great thing as well to come out of today.